Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Lauren, and before we dive into today's class, you'll probably notice a couple of things. So Ziggy's upstairs, but this is Zoe, if you haven't seen Zoe in my classes before, and she is officially cancer-free for the second time. So when we rescued her, she had breast cancer, and just last week, she had 4 tumors removed, and so she's still recovering, but you know, she likes to sleep anyways. Normally she's on the couch behind me, but today she's sleeping in her little bed. And so she'll be outside of the frame for the rest of the class. But I just wanted to show you that she's doing good. And we're just so happy that she is healthy and she'll be back to her energetic self in no time. Now that Zoe's out of the frame, you'll probably notice that I'm on a brand new yoga rug that was gifted to me by Oko Living. It is a beautiful hand-woven rug made in India. They are organic, naturally dyed rugs, herbal dyed rugs. I have the color Sunstone. You'll probably see the beautiful texture, and I love this orange color. You can see all the other colors that they have on their website. I will link in the description below if you'd like to purchase a rug like this for your practice. So before we get started with today's class, don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button so you can stay up to date on all the new content and classes that I will be putting out. For today's class, we're going to be focusing on somatic exercises that are created by Thomas Hanna. These are exercises for controlling the muscles of the waist. So if you notice that you kind of lean to one side or feel kind of short-sided or kind of crammed here, then we're going to focus on creating length and balance and ease. So slip into something comfortable, grab your yoga mat, and let's get started. For today's class, we're going to start lying on the side. So go ahead and lie on the right-hand side of your body, facing towards the camera as recommended, so that you can see what I'm doing here. Use your bottom arm like a pillow. So just bend your right elbow, slide your hand underneath your head, and bend your knees towards your chest at about a 90-degree angle. Then take your left arm up and overhead, taking the hand just below your head on that right-hand side. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On your next inhale, you're going to lift your head up, contracting through that left side of the waist. You'll probably notice from your waist up, and then exhale to lower. And just do that 2 more times. And then relax the upper body back down. Now, keeping your upper body relaxed, knees together, you're going to lift your top ankle, your left ankle towards the sky. And in doing so, you're internally rotating that left hip, and you'll probably notice the engagement from your waist down. Exhale to release. Do that 2 more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. 1 more time. Lift and lower. Good. We're going to put those 2 steps together. So as you inhale, you're going to lift up your head and your ankle. Keep your knees together. And then exhale to lower. And then just do that 2 more times. And final one. Good. From here, relax, roll to your back, and lengthen your legs on the floor. Relax your arms by your side. And as you're resting here, take a moment to notice if you sense a difference between the right side of the body and the left side of the body. Is there a difference? Do you notice anything? It's okay if you don't. But if you do, perhaps you sense that one side of the body feels longer and lower than the other. And just based off of your perception, what side would that be? Try not to overthink it. What is your body intuitively telling you? Then from here, we're going to do that on the other side. And as you lie on that left-hand side, again, use your bottom arm like a pillow. Knees bent at about a 90-degree angle, and take your right hand up and overhead. Let's start with the upper body. So inhale, lift your head up using the arm to do the majority of the work here. exhale, relax back down. Do that 2 more times. Contracting and relaxing. Contracting and relaxing. Now, upper body stays relaxed. Keep your knees together as you lift your right ankle towards the sky, internally rotating that right hip and contracting along that right side of the waist. And do that twice more. And then let's combine those 2 steps. So lifting your head and your right leg or ankle, knees stay together, and do that 2 more times. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Once more. And then make your way to your back, legs long, arms by your side. And take a moment to notice how it feels through both sides of the body. And maybe both sides feel equally as long and low to the floor. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. From here, create the letter X with your body. So your feet are going to come a little wider, about as wide as your mat or your rug, and reach the arms overhead. Now, just be mindful if reaching the arms overhead feels painful or you're unable to get the arms to the floor, then I recommend trying some of the other somatic exercises that don't involve arms overhead until your body can get more comfortable in those positions. And then perhaps you reapproach doing these shapes. So with the arms overhead and the legs long, creating that letter X, first start by reaching your right leg towards the front right corner of the room. Now notice how my right leg isn't lifting off the ground. I'm trying to press my heel down and reach forward through the foot. Notice as you do that, how there's a line of tension, a pull from your right hip all the way up to your left shoulder. And then relax that. You're going to reach your left arm now up and overhead like you're grabbing for something overhead. Again, arm stays to the floor, and notice that line of tension from your left shoulder to your right hip. You're going to do that 10 times total. So right leg reaches, left arm reaches, right leg reaches, left arm reaches. Keep going. Don't worry about keeping track. I will count. You're about halfway. Two more. And then relax. Good. Take your arms by your side for a moment and see if you notice a difference in the right hip to the left shoulder versus the left hip to your right shoulder. You can even feel with your hands to the front of the pelvis, to the abdomen. Maybe the belly feels soft, to the waist and your back, and to the rib cage and the shoulders. And perhaps you can sense that the right hip and left shoulder are longer apart and lower towards the ground. So let's try that on the other side. Same exact thing. So both arms overhead in that letter X. First, start by reaching your left leg towards the left upper corner of the room. Notice how there's that pull from the hip to the right shoulder. And then now relax that left leg and reach your right arm. You're going to do that sequence 10 times total. Left leg reaches, right arm reaches. Left leg reaches, right arm reaches. That was about 3. So keep going until 10. Again, I'll keep track. Two more. And one more. And then finally, relax your legs long, arms by your side, and notice how it feels here. Maybe both hips feel a little lower, both sides of the waist feel long, belly and waist feel more kind of soft and supple here. And same with your back. So now we're going to create kind of that crossbody X shape, putting it all together. Again, a total of 10 repetitions. So take the arms in that letter X. First, start by reaching your left leg, or rather your right leg, and your left arm. And then reach your left leg and your right arm. That was 1. So let's do 10 total. Right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. That was 2. Right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. That was 3. Keep going. We're about halfway there. Two more. One more. And then relax. You can bring your legs a little closer, about hips width distance. Take your arms by your side. And notice how your body's resting on the floor now versus when you began. Perhaps both legs feel nice and long. Both sides of the waist feel nice and long. And if you were to feel kind of pressing gently with your fingers to your belly and to the waist, perhaps it feels very soft and very supple. And if you were to even take your hands to the lower back, you may notice that feels softer and supple. And then feel with your hands to the rib cage, the shoulders, just kind of taking in the full picture of controlling those muscles of the waist through voluntary contraction and voluntary relaxation. From here, hug your knees to your chest, rock a little bit side to side, and then roll all the way up. So I hope you enjoyed today's class of somatic exercises to control the muscles of the side of the waist. If you haven't already, check out my other somatic videos prior to this, where we focus on controlling the muscles of the extensor muscles of the back and the flexor muscles of the stomach and the front of the body. And then after this, I will create another video that is all about rotation of the trunk. And as I said, these are great exercises that were created by Thomas Hanna. And I love to integrate, not necessarily all of them, but some of them kind of sprinkle in to my yoga classes, especially at the introduction of the class, so that you can become more aware of your movements, voluntarily contracting, voluntarily relaxing, and specifically for this class, to integrate into classes where I'm teaching lateral flexion of the spine. So with that said, don't forget to hit that subscribe or like button, share the video with your friends if you find that it is helpful, and also share in the comments what you loved about this class, some moments of challenge or aha moments, whatever you gained from today's class here on your mat. And I hope to see you next time. Have a great rest of your day.